yeah, that's often. Whoa, fucking bad bitches, yeah, that's often. Come and pull up at my crib, yeah, that's often. Yeah. Whoa.
If you guys know who my barber is, man, you know what I'm saying? He has nothing to do with the name I'm about to mention right now. It's actually Fredo's barber, Prettyboyfredos barber. Fredo has nothing to do with this, so take Fredo out the picture. This motherfucker took part in robbing me of $10,000, my nigga. Let me tell you the whole fucking story of this shit. This shit will definitely go on YouTube too, my nigga, because guess what? I'll do the story time. Thanks to my fan base, I'll make this shit back, nigga. Fuck you, nigga. You broke son of a bitch. You 30-year-old piece of shit. Fuck boy, nigga. Bitch ass nigga, how you 30 years old living with your fucking parents, nigga? You bitch ass nigga. You both side playing bitch ass nigga. Fuck you, nigga. And your whole motherfucking career is motherfucking stream, nigga. Your career is done. Your career is done, this motherfucking stream, nigga. You're done. Pussy ass nigga wanna hide his shit in Miami and shit now, nigga. Bitch. Let me watch my motherfucking camera and shit, cause the shit got sprayed with fucking water, nigga. This dude, this pussy ass nigga right here, bro. Now, I honestly didn't want to tell this story because it kind of would make me, in a way, look bad because I have posted some shit. But, you know, at the end of the day, man, it's about keeping it real. You know the new car that I copped, bro? My Mercedes. I put it all in the vlog, put it all on Instagram, put it all on my social media. This bitch ass nigga took part in vouching for another motherfucking nigga that supposedly sells cars and shit. Nigga, he took part in selling me a stolen vehicle, my nigga. Okay? You know, in a way, I could blame myself because I sat there and believed that this shit, you know, he sold me a $10,000 Mercedes 2016, about 18,000 miles on it, okay? Now, this motherfucking nigga right here, this Barber, bro. Mind you, I've known this nigga for a year. Every haircut I get this motherfucker legitimately like $80 to $100, nigga. Like, you're literally eating off of my fucking name, my nigga. Like, every barber I gave before then got no more than $30 out of me, my nigga. Like, I helped this nigga. I helped pay some of this niggas. Like, I would give some money to this nigga so, you know, pay, like, rent and all of that shit, bro. Shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So, it was a motherfucking sunny day. It was about, like, December motherfucking 10th, my nigga. It was like December 10th. I think it was like early December, something like that. It was just December. This motherfucking bitch ass nigga gonna come up to me and be like, I know you've been looking for a new whip recently, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't on no thirsty shit like looking, okay, I need to find a whip real quick, because the whip I had still, because I have 2 whips, you know what I'm saying? They worked perfectly fine. I just wanted to upgrade because I wanted to treat myself, you know? I was supposed to get a new whip all the way by the summer, but the reason why I didn't get one is because I had to move. Because I had fans that found out where I lived and shit, so I had to put priorities versus materialistic things first. So I went ahead and moved into my, you know, new place, got settled in and everything, restacked up and all of the shit, and I was looking for a new whip, you know what I'm saying? And the thing is that I was gonna give my whip, the second whip, to my motherfucking little sister, you know what I'm saying? You know, she does really good in school. I wanted to give that shit to her, you know what I'm saying? That was my main focus. Like, it was about my family, my own bloodline, you know what I'm saying? So, this bitch ass nigga right here, bro, he gonna sit up here one day and be like, I got a good ass person for you, my nigga. Like, he's a legit dude. All that shit, my nigga. He gonna sit up here and talk about, like, oh, I'm gonna get you this man right here. And his homeboy, he's been, like, friends with them for, like, fucking years on years. You know what I'm saying? Like, vouching for this nigga like he's legit or some shit. And so, this bitch ass nigga is gonna sit up here and be like, oh, I'll give you this Mercedes for $10,000. Usually for other niggas, I'll get a shit for $20,000, $30,000. You know, the reason what made me believe him is because he was just like, oh, I'm a big fan of yours. You feel me? Like, I just wanna, you know what I'm saying, help you out. I respect your work. And the reason, you know, I believe that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I took people out of depression and all that shit, you know, and helped certain people out through certain things. So that's why I believed it. I didn't second guess or question none of that shit. So I was so, you know, what I wanted to do, I ended up giving him like half of the money that same day because I wanted to test drive it out. I wanted to make sure there was no flaws to it. There was no flaws to it at all. There was no flaws to it, but here's the catch. Just continue listening to the motherfucking story and this shit, my nigga. Fuck you, nigga! Fuck you! Fuck you! So I give him half the money that day. I ended up test driving it. I had to actually pull up to ATL to visit my wife. You know what I'm saying? I had to visit my wife. You know what I'm saying? She lives in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? I ended up coming back home like Tuesday or Wednesday. I already been had the money the first time, but the way I do stuff when I buy certain shit, like I give them half the shit to make sure it works properly. And that's what it is. Here's one slight thing I feel like I fucked up on. This sketchy ass nigga, the barber, his friend, he sit up here saying he don't got the title of the car. Like, off the bat, I should have known this nigga was on some sketchy shit. But the reason why I trust him once again is because of my barber. My barber's sitting there vouching for this man, like dick sucking the fuck out of this man, like he's a legit ass motherfucking nigga. You feel me? So of course I'm gonna sit up here and I'm gonna be like, okay, I'm not gonna second guess you if because he, you know, typically I'm not gonna flex. Up until that point and the other points, like he never really let me down on certain shit. So I trusted him. Like I had my trust in him. Okay. So I give him the rest of the money when I come back in town into Orlando about Wednesday. No issues ever. The only issue is this goofy ass silly motherfucker right here doesn't have the title for the fucking car. If you don't have the title for the car, that's like not having the keys basically. You know what I'm saying? So the first day, if you guys follow me on Instagram, I had showed off that I got my new whip and all of that shit. And I actually got pulled over. The cop pulled me over. He tried to say that I had my tires on a white stop line, but this dumb motherfucking cop makes it so obvious that he was pulling me over for some other reason, but he didn't want to admit that shit because he's a fucking cop. You know, he had said some shit like, oh, is the car rented and shit like that? And I was like, no, nigga, I just bought it. Here's a bill of sale. Turns out, you know what I'm saying, that bill of sale that he gave me was a printed copy from the internet, which was fake as fuck, okay? So, and the cop, long story short, that night ended up letting me go because he was just like, oh, okay, you know, maybe he really just did cop the car actually. And I told him like I needed to get the title and tag somewhere out the DMV, so he wasn't giving me no shit. I didn't get nothing happened to that cop that day. Everything was Gucci. Okay, fast forwarding on a couple of weeks later, nothing happens. You know what I'm saying? Everything's chill. You know what I'm saying? I got my wifey. She came down to Florida to celebrate before New Year's. Everything was straight. You know, fast forward on to around now. My nigga like a day ago, literally a day and a half ago, 2 days ago if you want to be exact. Nigga, I come home from playing basketball, my nigga. Fuck you, nigga! Fuck you! Yeah, nigga, I hope you watch this shit, bitch! Bitch! Come your ass back to motherfucking Orlando, nigga! Fuck you! Fuck you! Nigga! Wanna make some excuse like you wanna go see your motherfucking wife and shit back in motherfucking Miami, nigga? Bitch, you motherfucking have a divorce, nigga. You deadbeat ass son of a bitch. You deadbeat ass son of a bitch. You nigga? Okay? So this motherfucking dumbass nigga right here, bro. You know, 2 days ago, if you guys see me post on Twitter, I actually posted a basketball challenge, or a basketball clips, excuse me, my highlights. I played like 5v5 full court games that night. That video is still gonna be uploaded sometime this week. But I ended up playing basketball with my homeboys. And I came home at his crib at about, you know what I'm saying, about 11 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? We chilled, got some food and all that shit. And I actually ended up knocking out at his own crib. And I ended up waking up at about 2 o'clock. And the reason why I woke up is because my wife called me. And she was just like, you know what I'm saying, where you at? Boom, boom, boom. And I was just like, you know, I gotta get home. And the reason why I was in a rush to get home, like originally, you know, I would have stayed at my homeboy's house. You know, it was nothing wrong with that. But you guys remember when I said that my internet was messing up and all that shit? Like, I feel like Spectrum, like I have Spectrum by a Bright House. So the shit was fucking up. It was fucking up real bad since MLK Day, since I came back home. And so I called them up because the nigga pays for this shit. I called them up and I was just like, nigga, bring y'all niggas asses out here and fix my shit. You know what I'm saying? So I recently got a new modem router and all that shit with some new Ethernet cables. You know what I'm saying? Everything is working perfectly fine the way it's supposed to be. Okay? Now, what actually ended up happening is that I come home at about because I woke up at 2 o'clock. I'm about 38 minutes from my homeboy's house. I come home at about, you know what I'm saying, 3:02, 3:05 in the morning. There's no parking spaces where I live. You know, everybody's packed the shit out. So I parked the car in the same, you know, complex, but it's away from everything. Like, it's still in the complex, but it's like in an unusual spot, okay? So I parked my motherfucking car, you know what I'm saying, and I called my wife, and I end up, you know what I'm saying, getting in the shower and then falling asleep like we usually do, you know what I'm saying, on the phone. And, you know, the next morning, you know, I went to go hop in my whip because I'm trying to get a haircut. This is the fresh cut that I have right now. You know what I'm saying? The 360 waves on deck, you know what I'm saying, that made everybody, you know, in the motherfucking world lean like fiends. So I end up trying to go out to get my hair cut, you know, and I'm trying to find my fucking car. I'm looking for my motherfucking car and it's nowhere to be fucking found. You know, I'm like, these niggas, nobody couldn't have stolen the shit, nigga, because I have the keys and it's a luxury car. You can't just steal a luxury car like that, nigga, unless you got the keys or you know how to hotwire some certain shit. So I had to end up going into my apartment complex. And I end up, you know what I'm saying, going into my apartment complex and looking at the cameras. I had to ask these motherfuckers in my apartment complex, how the fuck did my car get taken? So they traced back all the footage in the security and shit. And they end up finding that my car got towed 40 motherfucking minutes after I motherfucking came home, my nigga. How scary is that shit? 40 minutes after I came home. Like, you literally see me walking tired as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Tired as fuck home. In my basketball gear, in my hoodie and all that shit. I come home and my shit's getting towed. It's called, a towing company is called Howard's Towing Place. You know what I'm saying? I live in Orlando. This place is all the way in motherfucking Lakeland, Florida, my nigga. Like, this shit is like a whole fucking hour away. Like, what the fuck is my shit getting towed for, my nigga? My apartment complex, nigga, you can park anywhere the fuck you want. They don't tow people. So I knew off the bat this shit was on some sus-ass shit. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, luckily, I have a second car. I was in a rush because I had a barber appointment that day, you know what I'm saying? Niggas gotta get fresh, you know what I'm saying, to be on camera and be fresh with my wife. You feel me? So, I end up going to the barber shop in my other whip. And I called the nigga that sold me the car, you know what I'm saying? Then I called, you know, I didn't call my barber, the nigga that took part in playing both sides and the shit. Yeah, I didn't call him just yet. I called the nigga directly who sold me the car. This motherfucker gonna sit up here and talk about, okay, your car got towed, boom, 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 you know. And he talking about, oh, the reason why my shit got towed is because he's sitting up there saying, nigga, was you like drunk or high last night coming home? And I wasn't drunk. I don't drink and drive, nigga. But I was a little bit turned, you know what I'm saying, off the JoJo. But I was still on point. You know, the reason why I believe this part right here is because when I parked the car that night where I was at, I remembered, but I didn't really, like, I was functional, but I was tired and I was still a little bit blowed because I passed out on my homeboy couch and, you know, I was trying to just get home. So he's sitting up there saying that, like, I was double parked, like my tires are on the white line and shit. And they towed my car because I was taking up space from other cars in the parking lot. Mind you, where I was parked, my nigga, it wasn't a vast open, my nigga. Like, there was no cars really motherfucking near me to legitimately be in a way to be like, oh, listen, nigga, you're in the way. I can't back in my parking spot. Like, that's how I, like, and still, I kind of, you know, I sat there and was like, okay, maybe I did park bad, you know what I'm saying? I was a little bit turned, you know what I'm saying, coming home. So I let him slide with that. So this morning, this nigga gonna sit up here and he calls me like 7:30 and saying, nigga, I'm so mad at you right now. I gotta go get the whip for you and all this shit. And mind you, this motherfucking nigga still doesn't have a motherfucking title, nigga. I still don't have my own title to the motherfucking car, nigga. I still don't have the title to the car. Sunday, because I was in Miami for my wife's show. She had a show in Miami, you know what I'm saying? Her and her sister, Deja. She had a show, and it was me, you know what I'm saying, my wife, Deja, and then Quick. We went to the show that day, and then that same day we went to the Florida Swap Shop, which is in Miami. It's in Broward County. If you guys are familiar with South Florida, there's a swap shop, you know what I'm saying? It's a dope ass place to be at. I remember that day that nigga called me. He was like, I need you to give me $300 for the title. First of all, my nigga, he didn't even give me the title when he sold me the fucking car, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's like not giving you the keys or something. Like, he didn't even give me the title.
Fucking bad bitches, yeah, that's often. Come and pull up at my crib, yeah, that's often.